Welcome back to Let's Play Taito Chase H.Q on the Sega Master System. About to do round 3. The same 5 criminals have escaped again, so I have to catch them for the 3rd time. This will be the last time though, there's only 3 rounds. The first 2 are again easy. The 3rd and 4th and 5th ones are the most difficult. I usually get a supercharger for the 3rd, 4th and 5th one of this round, and usually on the 5th round, if I can afford it, I usually get another turbo as well. But even then I will still probably use a continue, because it's just so difficult. I don't think I've played this game loads of times, and I don't think I've ever done the 5th one on round 3 without using a continue. So it's a save your continues. Yeah, so the boulders are on slightly on the inside, more inside the road now. They're on the stripy bit rather than on the grass, mud, whatever. So yeah, so I should be okay on the first 2. So here we go. Wrong button again. So you shouldn't need the supercharger and turbo on the first 2, so I'll leave that. Taito monitoring system again. This is Taito Chase H.Q. We've got an emergency here. Ralph, the Idaho slasher, is fleeing toward the suburbs. The target vehicle is a blue British sports car. Over. So they've let him escape again. That's twice he's escaped now, and he's an even better driver. His car is souped up. Apart from managing to get his old car back, it's much faster, and he's on a harder bit of road with more obstacles. So I'd like to have a word with whoever's letting him escape. Off we go. So yeah, it's the same thing as before. Everything's the same. Turbo, 3 turbos. Yeah, sorry about the flickering. That's the ROM. Just loads more lampposts now. And take the right route as usual. Let's get on the dirt track. And there's the tunnel after the dirt track as always. That was annoying. That might have. No, that wasn't late enough for me to hit the side of the tunnel there. They sort of went into me there. And here he is. Be very careful. There are lots of lampposts, but this one's still quite easy, even without the supercharger. Use the yeah, he's done. Yeah, not bad. 64 seconds. Yeah, use the last turbo. There's loads more lampposts. The trouble is, the difficulty goes up too much. The first and second ones of any round are always easy. Then, but a third one, okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of first-degree murder. Yeah, and then the 3rd one is really hard, and the 4th one is sort of okay, but the 5th one is extremely hard. So the first 2 are easy, then the difficulty just jumps. So anyway, yeah, do the old. I shouldn't need a supercharger or turbo for the second one either. So just oil, tyre, and bumper. I can't stress how important it is to get the oil, tyre, and bumper for every level. It makes the game much easier. Not really that expensive. See, I can still afford. I'll still be able to afford a supercharger on every level after the 2nd one. So 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I'll be able to afford a supercharger on each one, which I will be doing. Might as well use my points up. Yeah, so let's get going. This is Taito Chase H.Q. We've got an emergency here. Carlos, a New York armed robber, has been spotted in a yellow sports car on the freeway. Over. So he's escaped for the 2nd time. And we're now near a beach with sort of green mountains in the background. That's sort of nice graphics, I like it. Again, I don't know what the green things are. This is the first appearance of the boulders that are closer to the centre of the road. They appear after the tunnel. They make this level quite tricky. They weren't on the first one of this round, but they're certainly on this one. Yeah, I used a turbo now, might as well. Since I'm in the tunnel and there's no hazards. Just keep away from the edge in case you hit a tree or a boulder. See, there are the boulders. They're on the stripy bit now, if you notice. keep away from that bit of the road as well. I won't lie, this is tricky, this one. Yeah, there's brown telegraph poles now as well, but they're not as bad. It's the boulders that are hard. Oh, I hit one, never mind. Only one more hit. So I don't mind that happening. I should still get him. I don't really need the points either. Just avoid the edges and catch up with him again, which is easier said than done actually, especially with all the chicanes going on. Running out of time. Just one more hit needed though, so I should be okay. There we go. Take that. Yeah, wasted about 20 seconds because of that boulder, but they're so difficult to avoid. Okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of first-degree murder. Again, it was supposed to be armed robbery. So no wonder he escaped. He's been falsely accused. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. I will not be using the turbo, but I will be using the supercharger. I should have enough for another supercharger for the next level as well, and for the level after it. Don't bother with the turbo for this one, just the supercharger. This one is quite tricky. So yeah, let's get going then. We have everything but the turbo. So Taito Chase H.Q. got an emergency here. A gang of Chicago pushers are fleeing toward the suburbs. The target vehicle is a German sports car. Over. Let's go. Yep, this one's hard as nails because they've added a load more lampposts and boulders. It's the only thing that makes this game difficult really, the lampposts and the boulders. Without them this would be a lot easier. Let's try to catch up with him by the time you reach the tunnel, because it's easier to get them in the tunnel. That lamppost is still there, so keep on the left first, after the dirt track, then the right to get past this lamppost. That's it, and then get him in the tunnel as much as possible. Use your turbos up. Get as much health off him as possible before you reach the boulders. Damn, this is hard. That's it. 2 more hits should do. Boulders are going to come now. Yep. Oh, it's so difficult to avoid. I was hardly on the edge of the road there, and yet it still got me. Look at that. It just got me again. So difficult to avoid them. What with the cars and everything. And look how much distance he's taken back. Just need 2 more hits off him though, so I should be able to do this. So that's 1, and 1 more. He's just whizzed off again. Should just do this. Come on. Yes, just got him. 3 seconds left. Hit the boulder twice. But there's nothing I can do. It's just so tricky to avoid them because they're closer to the centre of the road. Harder to avoid. Okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of selling drugs. So yeah, we have 4.5 million points now, which is enough for another supercharger. So we'll be getting another supercharger, as well as the tyre and the bumper. So another supercharger, and we'll have just enough left for a supercharger and a turbo on the 5th stage of round 3. So by the end of this, we'll have used a supercharger in 4 of the levels, 1 on round 2, stage 5, and then 1 each on the last 3 stages of round 3. So it's 8 million really. So off we go then. This is Taito Chase H.Q. Got an emergency here. The LA kidnapper is speeding toward the outskirts of town in a red two-seater. Over. So he's escaped. Love to know who's running the jails. Yeah, nice graphics on this one. Nice bit of scenery. Lots of trees here, and little oil puddles that sort of make you slip a bit, but they're not too difficult. Yeah, 2 tunnels again, so you'll probably catch up with them in the second tunnel. I hope I do anyway. Return of the boulder. So, try to avoid them. I absolutely loathe the boulders. Try to catch up with him in the tunnel. And here he is. Use your turbos up. Yellow telegraph poles make a return, making it a bit easier. But the boulders are here at the start, after the second tunnel. Use your turbo. So difficult to get him on around the corners. It really is. So here are the telegraph poles. That's it, get him again. A couple more times, I think. And then the boulders return eventually. One more hit and he's mine. Which is good because I haven't touched any telegraph poles or boulders. Hope I haven't jinxed myself. So just one more hit. Come on. Got him at last. 18 seconds left, that's not bad. Probably because I didn't touch any boulders or telegraph poles. Probably wouldn't have done this if I had touched one. So good job I didn't. Okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of kidnapping again. So we have 3 million points now. I suppose I could have gotten a turbo there actually, because I would have had just enough with the points I collected, but I didn't know how many points I collect after it. So I didn't need it anyway. So this is the last round of the game. So use up your money. Yeah, get the usuals, the oil, tyre and bumper, and then get the supercharger as well, and because it's the last one, get another turbo, so we'll have 4 turbos in the next level. So Taito Chase H.Q, got an emergency here. The Eastern Bloc spy from Washington is fleeing toward the suburbs. Target vehicle is unknown, over, but we know which one it is because it has a huge arrow over it. What makes this one really hard is that even with the bumper, your car hardly does any damage on the target car at all. It makes it quite frustrating. So I've never done this without losing a continue. I don't even think it's possible, because every time you get him, as always, he just whizzes off, and it takes another 10 seconds to catch up with him again. So yeah, 2 tunnels again as always. First tunnel he won't appear, but the second tunnel you should aim to catch up with him by the second tunnel. But the boulders are back after this tunnel, so be very careful not to touch them. Otherwise you'll probably need to continue just to get up to him. So here he is. Get him as much as possible. And you use your 4 turbos up. Keep pressing button 2 so you start another one automatically. Trees are here, and then the dreaded boulders return, so just avoid them. That was close. There's just so many twists and turns, it's very tricky to... Oh, that was close. Very tricky to catch up with him because you can't go fast enough. And he seems to be able to zoom through the bends really easily. Oh, that was too close. I nearly avoided that, but it's too tricky with that car in the way and everything. And now he's whizzed off, and I'll definitely need to continue for this now. And the boulders have returned now. So catch up with him again. Never done this without using a continue, never. Use your turbo. Okay, about to use a continue, you'll get 10 seconds to select it, but the longer you wait, the more distance you'll get, so just press it immediately and then go. But the good thing is, you get your 3 turbos back, but if you wait the 10 seconds, it's game over. Run out of continues, it's game over, so there's no point not using a continue. But I've never done this without using... I've done all the others before without using a continue all the way through, as you just witnessed me do, but I've never done this without using a continue. Ever. It's too difficult, this one. I don't think it's even possible. I'd love to see someone do it. So here he is again. Use a turbo. Try to get him. Just when I can get him, there's a car in the way. Or a bend. Look at all the chicanes, it's so difficult to navigate them. So just one... Oh, that's ruined now. I'm going to have to use another continue. Let's muck that up, those two boulders. Just needed one more hit. So just use the other continue, get your turbos back. Oh yeah, I've only ever done this with one continue a couple of times. I forgot to mention it normally does take me 2 continues. He's miles away. Look at how far away he is. It take me about 30 seconds just to get up to him again. I just need one more hit. Come on. Don't want to lose another continue. It's embarrassing. There, I've got him. Nice graphics as well, actually. I like the background. Just compare the difficulty of that one with the last one, or any of the other stages. It's yeah, okay, you're under arrest on suspicion of espionage and first-degree murder. Again, no mention of the murder in the report. And that's the end of the game. Congratulations. Yeah, so just compare that difficulty with the other ones. It's just... the difficulty jumps from... even from round 3, stage 4, to round 3, stage 5. The difficulty just skyrockets. It's ridiculous. That's the end of the game. So the game doesn't go on forever. It stops after the 3rd time you do it. And that's it. This is the only screen you get. Just congratulations, with the same old music again, which I'm starting to hate, I might add. So yeah, and this goes on indefinitely. I just confirm that. Yep, fast forward, it never ends. Press any button and we're back to the title screen. So thanks for watching. I might do one of Special Criminal Investigation, but I'm not really good at that game because there's water in it and I always end up falling in the water. There's more hazards, but at least you get a gun, I suppose. Anyway, so thanks for watching and bye bye. And my highest score was 1.3329 million, but that was the score I got at the end of the game. But the trouble is, you use the score to buy items. So you have to. So if you want a really high score, you have to buy fewer items. But then you wouldn't be able to complete the game in the first place. Your mission is to catch up with criminals. Yes, this is stage 2, and there's a stage 2 map. I don't know why they include this. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye.